All right, we're on the air.
And good evening, everyone. Welcome to Stonehill College basketball from the Merkert Gymnasium in Paula Sullivan Court. Tonight, Stonehill Skyhawks welcome in the Pioneers of Sacred Heart University. Charlie Bergeron, Garrett Kelly alongside. Matt Nelson is our director for our broadcast, and tonight is the Stonehill annual Play for K game as the Skyhawks are joining women's programs all across the country in supporting the Women's Basketball Coaches Association Play for K initiative, which is the largest fundraising initiative of the Kay Yow Cancer Fund and the vision of its founder, Olympic gold medal winning and Naismith Hall of Fame coach Kay Yow. Through Play for K, the Kay Yow Cancer Fund has national impact, extending hope to survivors, raising money to aid in the fight against all cancers affecting women. So you will see the Stonehill Skyhawks wearing their pink, and a lot of folks wearing pink who have come into the building as well. The game itself, Skyhawks come in a record overall of 3-17, but more important in the conference, they are 3-4. Sacred Heart comes in a record of 6-1 in the conference, top of the heap. They are 12-9 overall. Kara, this is a team that brings back 6 of their top scorers from a year ago. This is also a team that went to the NCAA tournament a year ago. So a lot of experience on the big stage and a chance to get back for a second straight year.
Yeah, absolutely. And they've been fun to watch this year, too, led by their now sophomore point guard, Isira Pryor. She was the Rookie of the Year, Defensive Player of the Year, and Player of the Year.
Is that all?
That's
all she could do?
In the
That's
NEC. So just really a phenomenal talent who's leading the way for the Pioneers.
And not only is Naisira Pryor the leading scorer in the Northeast Conference, she's also leading the conference in assists. You don't see a leading scorer lead a conference in assists. Not very often, but we'll see it tonight.
Yeah, and she leads the conference in steals, and she actually, at 5-1, is third in rebounding, which is just
crazy.
Yeah, it is phenomenal. So definitely a tough one for the Skyhawks to stop tonight.
Skyhawks led by their grad student Lauren Sampson, who has been averaging 14 points a game, and again in limited time as she missed a lot of the games early this season due to injury. We've talked about it a lot. When they have Lauren Sampson on the floor, there just seems to be a different way of playing where everybody plays within themselves and stays focused, where sometimes they can get a little bit rattled, but when she's out there, that doesn't seem to happen.
Yeah, she's someone who understands how to score, so she knows she's looking to score. And I think, early on in the season, we had talked about a lot where we didn't have people who wanted to score. It was always a challenge to find that within the team. So knowing that she has that on the floor, she understands where her shots are going to come from. She takes good shots. That helps the dynamic of the offense and everybody else settle in a little bit.
Last time out, the Skyhawks were winners over St. Francis 66-57, and in that game, Stonehill coach Trish Brown breaking the record here at Stonehill of most games coached, which is in and of itself just amazing. Her 637th career game, surpassing Paula Sullivan, of course, the program founder. You sat next to Trish for 5 years. She acted like it was no big deal,
right?
But that's a big deal.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's a big deal to see somebody do that at one place.
Yep.
I mean, it's going to be very rare to see that again. We were talking after, and I had considered myself a coach. I coached for 18 years. I was only able to be a head coach for 2 years.
Yeah.
She's coached 637 games as a head coach in one place.
Yep.
It really is unbelievable.
So we'll see Trish, and of course, her across the way will be Jessica Minetti for the Pioneers, and what a job she has done with that program. We'll talk more on that as we move through the evening. But first, we'll have our national anthem. We'll have our starters for today's game.
Support people marginalized races and actively combat racism in thought, words, and actions. We understand that injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere, and in seeking a more just and compassionate world, we must think, act, and be as one. Together, we are stronger, our voices will be heard, and we encourage you to stand with us and combat racism. Thank you.
Please remain standing for the playing of our national anthem. Good evening. Welcome to Mercury Gymnasium, campus of Stonehill College, for this Play for K Day. Play for K is the largest fundraiser initiative in K Gap Cancer Fund, the vision of its founder, Olympic gold medal winning Nation Hall of Fame coach Kay Gap. For Coach Gap, it was simple: unite people through the sport and fight against cancer. And now, here are your starting lineup. For tonight's Northeast Conference matchup between the Pioneers of Sacred Heart and your Stonehill Skyhawks. First, this is Sacred Heart. And our offensively responsible for Baltimore, Maryland, number 1, Nigeria Pryor. A 5-foot 10 freshman forward from North Lake, Northport, Elise Dudley. A 6-foot with Redwood guard from Clipwood, New Jersey, number 23, Olivia Clark. A 5'8" sophomore guard from Richmond, Virginia, number 24, Sierra Johnson. And a 5'8" Redwood guard from Newark, Delaware, number 30, Olivia Cutter. The head coach of the Pioneers, in her 11th season, is Jessica Minetti. She's
confidence and is shooting the ball extremely well coming into conference. So I think, all of those things, unfortunately, we talked about those growing pains early on that we had to endure in order to get to this point. But I think people understand their roles and have a lot more confidence in their play.
There are your starters on the screen with Jada Thornton starting alongside Brooke Paquette, Cam Ward, Sharon Hayward, and Maureen Stapleton. And for the Pioneers of Sacred Heart, Nicira Pryor, the sensational sophomore, will start alongside Elise Dudley, Sajada Bonner, Sierra Johnson, and Olivia Tucker. And you see the Skyhawks in their pink on Play for K-Day. Bobby Ray, Corey Chambers, and Caitlin Tortoris are the officials for tonight's game. Sacred Heart looking for their 7th win. They're tied atop the conference with Lemoyne, and those two teams will play at Lemoyne on Saturday. Lemoyne's been quite a story thus far in the Northeast Conference in their first year in conference play, and tied atop the NEC. Not eligible for postseason play. Conference play, yes, but not NCAA play.
Right.
Same as the Skyhawks, who are working their way through their 4 years before they are eligible. So Elise Dudley will jump it up for the Pioneers against the Skyhawks and Cam Ward. And we are underway, and the tap controlled by the Pioneers. And here's Nicira Pryor to the wing, and the 3-ball rattles out. Off the miss on the wing by Tucker, and back come the Skyhawks.
Good backdoor looker.
And a block. That was Olivia Tucker, the 5'8 grad student, got a hand up.
Yeah, you can see early already Sacred Heart looking to get in the passing lanes, force turnovers.
Ward for Stapleton. Straight away, Jada Thornton. Deflected ball will come out to midcourt. Thornton will try it and got it. Jada Thornton has struck me as one of those players too, Kara, that if she hits her first shot,
Yeah.
it might change the way she plays the whole game and just gain that level of confidence.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, and that's a good look for her. Mid-range shot right there. Knocking it down.
So Jada Bonner straight away, drops it off inside. Dudley spins and got it.
Very physical inside. Dudley is really working defensively, offensively, trying to move our posts.
Pressure early from the Pioneers. Skyhawks' Achilles heel has been taking care of the ball this year, averaging 20 turnovers per game. That's been a little bit better in conference play at 17, and there's a steal by Sierra Johnson, who will drive through. Offensive foul. It's been her specialty, the 66th offensive foul drawn by the Skyhawks. Sharon Hayward, with that one, has drawn the bulk of them.
Yeah, it might be the most consistent thing Stonehill has been doing all year is taking that, is Sharon taking that charge.
27th charge that she has drawn. Line drive jumper won't fall that time for Thornton on the baseline out of bounds, and it will be Stonehill ball. Inbound for Hayward. Right down inside Ward. Triple team, stepped through and took too many
Yeah,
steps.
she's dragging that back foot. She's just trying to roll off and step around. She's losing contact with the ground there.
Everybody collapsed on Ward and forced it up. Turnover back to the Pioneers. Isira Pryor.
Stonehill in a zone here. Try and switch up the looks a little bit.
We'll see. Will we see that often?
I think so. If we're able to have success and they don't
From
hit
the
threes.
wing, the three ball. So Jada Bonner. She is 10th best in the conference with the three ball at just under 29%. Down the other end, spinning through and missing is Jada Thornton. And right back come the Pioneers and the ball out of bounds.
Yeah, and you can see there, so Pryor got that rebound. She took 2 dribbles up the floor. She was almost at half court and passed it up, and they were at the rim. So their transition offense is elite.
It'll be Olivia Tucker to trigger from the baseline for Pryor. Squeezes it up off the glass and gets her first 2. Again, here's the pressure, and the Skyhawks had the ball knocked out of bounds by Pryor.
Here's the Pryor bucket.
Watch
So
Pryor.
Pryor really has 2 people on her here and kind of slices right in between. Finishes in the air.
Hayward back down inside for Ward. Pass was too strong, out of bounds. That is the 3rd Stonehill turnover here in the first 2.5 minutes.
And a really good idea, a really good look, because they are forcing our posts high. Just need a little bit of a better pass there. But that is something we can look to expose.
Now Pryor for Olivia Tucker. Middle now for Sierra Johnson. Drop it down inside, deflected, and diving to the deck out of bounds. Off Cam Ward, it will be Pioneers ball. 9 seconds to shoot.
So the zone that time, effective. It looks like they're back in man right now.
Pryor all the way through and got another one. Suddenly the Skyhawks find themselves down 7. There's the full court pressure and another deflection and another steal. Here's Dudley all the way through, and she was fouled.
Yeah,
by Cam Ward.
The press really creating some tentative passing, tentative looks for the Skyhawks.
Yeah, Ward didn't have a whole lot of choice there, but pick up the foul. Elise Dudley averaging 7 points per game. She is best in the conference from the floor at 52%. 3 points early. And Dudley, a freshman from Norwich, Connecticut. You and I were talking off air about how good they are with players coming back, and they've got some great freshmen as well. And there's
absolutely.
another steal. Here's Pryor. Drives through. Another 2 for Pryor. She's got 6, and Sacred Heart jumps out to a 13-2 lead. 6:27 to go in the quarter, and you see Pryor right here. She's just too quick.
She's just. Yeah, it's. I mean, we can't give them extra possessions, right?
Let's take a break. More Skyhawk basketball coming up.
One. Just one. Every minute, one woman in the United States is diagnosed with cancer. One mother, one daughter, one wife. Kay Yao saw the power of one.
The biggest obstacles also provide the biggest opportunities.
One adds up. One multiplies. Countless lives have been changed. One can change everything. You are the one. The Kay Yao Cancer Fund. The power of one.
At Mass General Brigham Sports Medicine, you'll find sports medicine care driven by research and determination. Top specialists who understand your athletic dreams, goals, and the need to get back to them. Together, we'll write your comeback story. Start your comeback story today.
So the Skyhawks down 11 early. The press has caused all kinds of problems already. 5 turnovers. What is Trish talking to the team about? What adjustments do you make to make this better?
Well, a couple of things. One, you got to look to flash to the middle right away to get it to the middle. It's a 1-2-1-1, a really active upfront press. So you either got to flash from half court, inbound to opposite, which they did there, and now they've kind of released that pressure.
Corner for Jada Thornton. Maureen Stapleton for Thornton once again. Sampson, that's the first time she's touched the ball. And we got a push. We'll call that on Amelia Wood, who just came in, the 6-foot sophomore, who had 23 in their win against FDU. 68-51 their last game. Nice to have somebody coming off the bench who can score 23 for you.
Absolutely. So Sacred Hearts, they're switching all screens here.
And another turnover. Stapleton traveled. 6 turnovers in 5 minutes, 4 minutes for the Skyhawks.
That's what's kind of happening as they're switching the screens. They're getting out into the passing lane. So where you feel like someone might be open, they're just switching off and able to get a hand on it.
Here's Nycera Pryor. Looking for the backdoor cut, wasn't there. Now Amelia Wood. Drops it down.
That's a great pass.
Inside, and an easy 2 for Kelsey Wood.
And that was a perfect pass inside to get that high-low.
And another steal. And stripped up. They're going to call travel instead on Sajeda Bonner.
So the middle person also not stepping to the pass. The defense is coming in that 1-2-2-2. They're playing that interceptor position. So they're just seeing the ball in the air and going to steal it. So we must step to the pass. Dribble up. So we're looking backwards there. Just look to attack the sideline.
A nice pass inside, but Sampson couldn't finish. Pryor the other way. What a great look for Wood.
What a pass.
Well, that's why
happens fast.
Pryor is leading the conference in assists at 4.5 per game. I mean, she got that ball and immediately looked up the floor, and this Pryor tipping that ball out of bounds. For folks who have not seen the Sacred Heart team, they were in the NCAA tournament, earning a win in their play-in game, and you got your top 6 scorers back. Now you know why. Now Sampson, another travel. Boy, the Skyhawks, it's almost like they're trying too hard, just trying to make something happen.
Yeah, I mean, Sacred Heart's defense is really good. They're able to keep the ball in front, and when that happens, we're hesitating, picking up our dribble.
Cameron Ward and Brianna Delaney into the game now for the Skyhawks. Stonehill 1 of 5 from the floor. How about Sacred Heart 7 of 8? And just about everything has been inside. Just that 1-3 early on by Sajeda Bonner. That's been it. And a prayer tossed up, will not answered for Bonner. And we'll get a rebounding foul. And I believe they got Kelsey Wood, the 6-foot senior. Again, the relentless full-court press. Now they back off as the ball comes into the forecourt with Sharon Hayward. Brianna Delaney now for the Skyhawks. For Lauren Sampson. Sampson wants to take it, can't do it. Instead, Ward will try it.
Good job knocking that down. Good job by the post Wood of the Pioneers, leveling off Sampson, not letting her get that shot off.
Now Sierra Johnson for Amelia Wood to the wing, and the 3 is strong from Sajeda Bonner. Quickly up the floor. Oh, there's a great pass.
It was a great pass.
Well done from Brooke Paquette to Lauren Sampson. She's got her first 2. Leading the team in scoring, averaging 14 a game, and the Skyhawks back to within 11. Sierra Johnson now for Amelia Wood. Straightaway Bonner. Tucker back outside. Wide open 3. Rattled home by Sajeda Bonner. She's got 2 here in the quarter.
2 against the zone.
Now Hayward for Delaney.
There it is, the quick rise.
Straightaway 3 won't go for Sampson. And tracked down by Sierra Johnson. Now for Bonner. And out of the corner, deep corner 3, Olivia Tucker.
It's another great push there by the Pioneers.
Now Hayward, nice drop off inside.
It's good attack.
And 2 for Lauren Sampson. Sacred Heart averaging 63 points per game, which is tops in the conference. And they're off to a great start with 23 already here, and still a couple minutes to go in the first period.
Shooters.
Outside the arc, high arcing 3, Amelia Wood. And how about 4 for 6 now for outside the arc for Sacred Heart.
Just losing sight. So as the ball's going inside against the zone, the perimeter people are losing sight of the shooters, and they're moving on the perimeter, and by the time the ball gets kicked out, they're too late there for the closeout. So easy fixes, just got to be able to see both.
Delaney wants to go inside, does for Ward. Bounce pass. Oh, that's pretty. Jada Thornton's got her second bucket of the quarter. Now Sajeda Bonner for Pryor. To the corner, and that 3 ball won't fall for Dudley.
Oh, good play.
And back comes Sharon Hayward. Wants to go the distance, but got shut off by Amelia Wood. Tracked down by Jada Thornton. Thornton wants to go. Jada just inside the arc, knocks it down. Talked about it earlier, Kara. She hit the first shot, and now she's looking for her shot. She's got 6.
Yep, good confidence there to step in, knock it down.
Sacred Heart a blistering 10 of 14 from the floor thus far. Back down inside, loose on the deck, picked back up. Oh, a late whistle that time, and they'll call Cam Ward for the foul. And she just picked up her second foul. Watch it here.
Coming in, I don't know.
I don't know, that was a little straight up.
It seems straight up. Maybe she came in after she went up for the shot, I would imagine, is what the officials saw.
Elise Dudley had 16 points and 6 rebounds in the Sacred Heart win over FDU on Saturday. They've got so many different weapons. 5 now for Dudley. And the freshman makes them both. Again, the full court pressure as the Skyhawks trail by 16. Up the floor for Hayward. Into the game now for Stonehill is Anna Baruta making her first appearance. They drop it down inside and another turnover. Back the other way comes Sierra Johnson, but she's going to wait for the final shot as Coach Jessica Minetti in front of us tells her team to slow it down.
Yeah, and that's great discipline there, just by Johnson knowing that time and score.
Dudley will take it herself, won't get it. Loose on the deck, and that'll end the quarter. But a big first quarter for the Pioneers. After 1 here at the home of the Stonehill Skyhawks. The Mercer Gymnasium, SHU 28, Stonehill 12. Second quarter coming up.
Coach Yao's greatest gift and lasting legacy is the Kay Yao Cancer Fund. For over 15 years, the Kay Yao Cancer Fund has been making significant impact in the fight against cancers affecting women. As part of the fund's underserved mission, a current focus is to eliminate racial disparities in cancer outcomes, as Black women face a 12% higher mortality rate. Support the Kay Yao Cancer Fund in partnership with WBCA and the V Foundation. Donate at kayyao.com.
Second quarter here from the Mercer Gymnasium, Paula Sullivan Court. The Skyhawks with some work to do, down 16 early. Jada Thornton. Outside, Baruta.
Yeah, so just how physical their posts are right now. They're forcing, Lauren Sampson's looking to post up inside, and they're forcing her almost at the elbow posting up.
Pryor with the steal to the wing for Bonner, and another 3 for Sejana Bonner, her third. And 10-second violation. Saw that clock ticking down, another turnover. That is the 11th turnover for Stonehill here, and we're just underway in the second quarter.
Yeah, really struggling with the press. Again, it doesn't seem like no one's flashing back. You got to come from behind the press so they can't locate you to flash back, but it doesn't seem like anyone really wants the ball.
Johnson straight away thought about it.
Great
Drops
pass.
it down inside. Wild off the glass for Dudley. And a whistle, and we'll have a Pioneers foul. I believe they got Elise Dudley for her first foul.
Jada's going to flash. Jada will flash here.
So when you say flash, what does that mean? Just
so
come
the
to the ball?
Yeah, flat. Cut back to the ball.
Okay.
But you want to come from behind the press.
This Dudley.
So the press can't see
this
you.
Nycera Pryor misses. Got her own rebound. Had her shot blocked by Stapleton. Boy, Nycera Pryor is so quick down the other end, and an easy 2 for Lauren Sampson.
And the other thing involved in that is you have to step to the ball as you're going to catch it. We're waiting for it. We're holding our hands out and hoping it lands in our hands. Sacred Heart's just running right through the pass, taking it from us.
Long 3 would not go for Sierra Johnson. Maureen Stapleton straight away from the wing. Too strong that time for Thornton. Offensive rebound, though, grabbed by Lauren Sampson, but couldn't finish. And the Skyhawks down 17, just about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Dudley. Now Johnson has to give it up for Bonner. Calling for the screen from Dudley inside the arc. Got another one. So Jada Bonner now goes to double figures with 11 points. And Trish Brown just exhorting her team to get over that line, and a whistle. And they're going to call that one on Nycera Pryor, her first. So again, what are they looking for here? What's Stonehill trying to do here with the ball?
Get themselves trapped because they're dribbling right to the trapping area.
Yeah.
So they got bailed out right there.
Yeah.
That is not where you want to go in a press.
Brooke Paquette back into the game now for the Skyhawks. Sean Hayward.
That's where Mo's got to look for a shot. They're sagging 6 feet off of her.
Nice offensive rebound that time, and the putback by Paige Martin, who just came in on that last whistle. Skyhawks are 7 for 14 from the floor. You'd look at that and go, oh, well, things are good, but right now they're not.
No.
Inside out for Amelia Wood. Nice job that time by Stapleton to cut her off. Now Pryor straight away drops it. Oh, pretty pass inside. And another easy 2 for Delise Dudley.
There's such good awareness of how the defense is guarding her on Pryor's end. Came up to blitz it, dumped it to her teammate.
Stapleton backdoor cut that time, and offensive foul called on Jada Thornton. Wow. Let's see if we can take a look at that one again. Here we go.
I don't know about that one.
Nice pass, great pass by Stapleton.
Can't really tell. Can't tell if she's set or not.
Yeah.
To me, it looks like she's still coming in. But.
So the charge called on Thornton is her first. Sierra Johnson now for the Pioneers for Olivia Tucker, who hits the jumper.
Yeah, and that's a player tendency right there. If she's putting it on the floor, Tucker's putting it on the floor, dominantly right-handed, you got to make her dribble with her left hand there.
Hayward for Martin.
Good
Thornton
pull-up.
pulls
That's
up.
a good read.
Had a good look at it. Offensive rebound to Stapleton. Back outside. Long 3 rattles out. And another offensive rebound, and that time stolen away.
So that one again, not a great pass out, but got to step to the pass.
14 turnovers now for the Skyhawks. Amelia Wood for Sejana Bonner. She's got 3 threes already. Dribbles into a double team.
Good help. That's a great pass.
Back
good
outside,
turn down.
Wood, long 3 ball off the mark, and a good rebound in traffic, that time by Paige Martin. Now Hayward for Paquette. Stapleton left wide open. And from the wing, are they going to count that? Had my doubts, but they count it. Looked like it hit up above, but play on, and Jada Thornton now has 8 points. nearly half of her team's total here halfway through the second quarter. Amelia Wood driving, and boy, another late whistle. And they'll call Brooke Paquette for her first foul.
I think it was on Martin there.
As the shot earlier that bounced, you can't really see what it hit, but it went through the strings, and that takes us to a timeout. Sacred Heart 37, Stonehill 18. More second quarter action from the Merckert Gymnasium next.
Just don't flap. The Sharks are your inaugural Northeast Conference Volleyball Champions.
It's a day for the Knights as FDU wins it.
The Merrimack Warriors are your 2023 men's basketball champions. Lofted far down the left field line. It is gone. A 3-run homer. Chambers inlaid 5 runs away with it. The Sacred Heart Pioneers are Northeast Conference women's basketball champions.
We are excited beyond belief to welcome the Lemoyne Dolphins into the NEC family.
Always with her head on a swivel. Sullivan. That is filthy. St. Francis, they win the 2022 Northeast Conference Championship.
Okay, Kara, you've been in that huddle. What's the message at this juncture?
Yeah, I mean, some of the simple things of stepping to the pass and looking to attack against the pressure, because like you mentioned, you know, we're shooting it decent from the floor. We just don't have as many attempts as them.
14 turnovers for Stonehill, just 2 for Sacred Heart. Free throws for Amelia Wood.
I think one of the other messages is you kind of get a sense now, a quarter and a half have gone by, of how the officials are calling the game. They're going to let people play. It's physical, so we got to toughen up. I would imagine, in so many words, was part of the message in that timeout.
In so many words.
In so many words.
Now Martin,
nice.
There's the backdoor cut for Thornton, and she was fouled. And they will call that one on Olivia Tucker, who picks up her first. Faith Pappas checks in for the first time for the Pioneers, replacing Olivia Tucker. Free throws for Jada Thornton.
Stonehill having success going backdoor so far this half.
Jada averaging a team-high 7.3 rebounds per game in NEC play, third in the conference, makes 1 out of 2 free throws, and she's got 9 points to lead the Skyhawks in scoring. 19-point lead for Sacred Heart. Now Pappas for Wood. Pappas, Pryor tried to cut back door, wasn't there.
Good switch there.
Kelsey Wood for Amelia. Got a back cross court. Pappas, 2 seconds, 1 second, lets it fly. Of course it went in. That's a 3-ball for
That's
Faith
unfortunate
Pappas.
because that was great defense.
29 seconds of great defense.
Right up until the last shot, yep.
And straight away Sampson. Spinning through, step through, and doesn't get it. Rebound Amelia Wood. Nice here, Pryor will take it all the way through. Had her shot blocked on the way through. And then off Pryor, out of bounds to the Skyhawks. Sean Hayward back in, replacing Anna Baruda. Maureen Stapleton replacing Paige Martin for Stonehill. Jada Thornton straight away, Stapleton. They'll let this one fly. That rattles out. And the rebound, Pryor. Pryor all the way through, and a traveling violation. The third turnover for Sacred Heart. So at least for now, Jessica Minetti is called off the full court pressure, and the Pioneers settling into defensive play on their own end without stretching at 94 feet. Thornton for Paquette. Hayward. And call a push on Isira Pryor, who just picked up her second foul. And she will come out and be replaced by Olivia Tucker. Paquette. Jada Thornton, 10 to shoot. Sampson. Hayward. Sean's going to have to do something with it and travel.
So the wing ball screens, Sacred Heart is icing them, so they're stepping up. We're still trying to force to come around it, and our post player needs to slip and look for that movement. We're holding on to the ball too long, not really getting much out of that.
Sierra Johnson for the Pioneers. Try to go on Hayward, not with Sharon Hayward, you're not. Second time she's drawn a charge. And Sierra Johnson just picked up her second foul. Here's Sharon again. She can move her feet and get herself set.
She keeps space. Her hands never come down.
Boy, she has hit the deck a lot this season. Nice drop pass inside and travel. Ball to Maureen Stapleton.
She's got to go up with it. If she doesn't shoot it and she just falls forward, drags her back foot, that's going to be travel.
Now Ty Davis into the game now for Sacred Heart. And a whistle, and we'll have a Stonehill foul. They'll get Brooke Paquette for her second. So now you got Paquette and Cam Ward with 2 fouls for Stonehill. And Sierra Pryor, Sierra Johnson 2 apiece for the Pioneers. Final 2:05 of this first half. Wood knocked out of bounds. Halftime, we'll have the NEC 9. We'll also have a lot more about play for K-Day. We go right down inside. That might have been deflected. Oh, Stapleton is down hard. Goes Emma Kirby. Now Paquette. Skyhawks trying to generate some offense. Another good look for Stapleton, but it won't go. And the rebound grabbed by Ty Davis. Up the floor, Olivia Tucker. And that is a third charge drawn by Sharon Hayward. That time you saw a little arm bar that made it a little bit easier for that call.
What she did well, so Sharon forced the dominantly right-handed kid to go left. She was out of control and drew the charge. So that's knowing personnel to start with, and it pays off.
Had a nice chat with Sharon's dad before the game. They're heading back to Tasmania tomorrow. They've been here for a month.
Yep.
A nice look inside for Sampson for 2. And he said that they have loved every minute of it. There was a rumor they weren't going to be allowed to go home because the Skyhawks have been playing better.
Yeah, we had talked about that.
I did mention that to him, and he said it's been brought up a time or two.
Yeah.
Now Pappas fires and got it inside the arc. Faith Pappas, a 5'11 sophomore, 5 points here in the second quarter.
Heard the flight might mysteriously get delayed for like a month.
Leaner thrown up and rattles out that time for Brooke Paquette. Whistle, and it will be Stonehill ball. Paquette from the baseline. Looking for Jada Thornton, wasn't there, and then knocked out of bounds by Amelia Wood. hurry. Got it in for Stapleton. Hayward.
Good pass.
Oh, looks it down inside again. Beautiful pass, and Sampson goes to double figures with 10 points. 20-point game final shot here in the first half now for the Pioneers. Ty Davis for Amelia Wood. Outside Pappas. Final 4 seconds. Bonner had it knocked out of her hands. Loose on the deck, and that'll end the first half. So after a struggle in the first 10 minutes, Skyhawks played a little bit better in the second 10, but they're still down 20. Halftime at the Merckert Gymnasium and Paula Sullivan Court. At halftime, it's the Pioneers of Sacred Heart 43, the Skyhawks of Stonehill 23. Halftime is next.
Coach Yao's greatest gift and lasting legacy is the Kay Yao Cancer Fund. For over 15 years, the Kay Yao Cancer Fund has been making significant impact in the fight against cancers affecting women. As part of the fund's underserved mission, a current focus is to eliminate racial disparities in cancer outcomes, as Black women face a 12% higher mortality rate. Support the Kay Yao Cancer Fund in partnership with WBCA and the V Foundation. Donate at kayyao.com.
One. Just one. Every minute, one woman in the United States is diagnosed with cancer. One mother, one daughter, one wife. Kay Yao saw the power of one.
The biggest obstacles also provide the biggest opportunities.
One adds up. One multiplies. Countless lives have been changed. One can change everything. You are the one. The Kay Yao Cancer Fund. The power of one.
At Mass General Brigham Sports Medicine, you'll find sports medicine care driven by research and determination. Top specialists who understand your athletic dreams, goals, and the need to get back to them. Together, we'll write your comeback story. Start your comeback story today.
As FDU wins it.
Merrimack Warriors are your 2023 men's basketball champions. Lofted far down the left field line. It is gone. A 3-run homer.
Chambers in lane 5 runs away with it.
The Sacred Heart Pioneers are Northeast Conference women's basketball champions.
We are excited beyond belief to welcome the Lemoyne Dolphins into the NEC family.
Always with her head on a swivel. Sullivan, that is filthy.
St. Francis, they win the 2022 Northeast Conference Championship.
Stonehill College, our Meehan School of Business, prepares students to become compassionate leaders. Here you'll find a community of mentors dedicated to helping you realize your full potential. Mentors who connect you with hands-on experiences that prepare you for careers in a global economy. At the Meehan School of Business, our graduates are business leaders who don't just succeed, they change the world. Become the business leader you were born to be. Learn more at stonehill.edu.
Kyle Turner for NECFrontRow.com, here to bring you the latest edition of the NEC 9. The top 9 plays from the past week in Northeast Conference sports action. Number 9. St. Francis U's Nicholas Lynch produces the most unique kill of the week, taking the ball off his chest for the red flash point.
Lynch blocked back by Sims, but somehow it ricochets back over, and the red flash with the fortuitous bounce.
Number 8. As heard on NEC Front Row, nothing's more fun than an and one. Lemoyne's Kaya Good goes coast to coast and finishes through contact.
Good, crosses the timeline, goes length to the floor, lays it up off glass, count it, and a foul. Nothing's more fun than an and one, and the Dolphins have the lead.
Number 7. Now you see him, now you don't. Merrimack's Bud Clark shows off blazing end-to-end speed on the acrobatic layup against St. Francis U.
Boy, Clark is on his motorcycle and knocks it in.
I saw it, but I kind of don't believe it.
Number 6. The ball movement is 10 out of 10 from Stonehill here, resulting in Lauren Sampson's layup.
Sampson. There's Stapleton. Underneath, Lauren Sampson with another bucket.
Yeah, that was great chemistry between the two. A high-low pass. Sampson made a great cut across the key.
Coming in at number 5. NEC Player of the Week Kayem Cleary scored a school record 43 points on Saturday, but he also did it on the defensive end for Lemoyne with this amazing block of the LIU dunk attempt.
Indicating such. Bad pass by McClure is knocked away and stolen. Here's a 2-on-1. Acker going up for the jam, and it's blocked by Cleary. He blocked his jam mid-air.
Number 4. NEC 9 regular St. Francis U's Eli Wilborn is back. This time, he gives new meaning to the word throwdown.
All passes in the lane. Oh, what was that? What was that, Paul? Talk to me.
Wilborn finds a way to knock it down.
Number 3. Off the set play to start overtime, Central Connecticut's Kellen Amos takes the alley-oop to another level with a reverse oop in the Blue Devils' win over Wagner.
At least get him a touch. Here's an alley-oop for Amos, and he reverse dunks it. Wow!
Coming in at number 2. Coming through in the clutch, Central Connecticut's Samora Watson hits the ice-cold buzzer beater to send the Blue Devils game at FDU to overtime.
Points for Lily Park. FDU has to defend for 4 seconds. CCSU looking for a 3. Put up for the tie. We'll go to overtime. Samora Watson, definition of clutch.
And now for our top play of the week. LIU's Ty Strickland earns NEC Mr. Big Shot honors after drilling this game-winning 3 to beat the Horn against Stonehill.
Denied. And here come the Sharks with a chance at the win. Strickland. Ty Strickland puts it up. Banks it in. It's all over. The Sharks have won it.
Well, folks, there you have it. Those are your top 9 plays from the past week of Northeast Conference sports action. Fans, don't forget, if you see a great play, let us know on X at NEC Sports or by using the hashtag NEC9. For NECFrontRow.com, I'm Kyle Turner. Until next time.
Why hope? Lives don't have to end with diagnosis. The most impressive achievements happen every day during a fight against cancer. In 1987, Coach Kay Yao was diagnosed with breast cancer. Over the next 22 years, she continued to lead and inspire. On December 3rd, 2007, while battling stage 4 cancer, Coach Kay Yao gave her final and lasting gift, the Kay Yao Cancer Fund. Why give? Millions have been awarded, allowing the Kay Yao Cancer Fund to change lives, provide hope, and give strength. Thanks to our donors and researchers across the country, every woman's best days, most joyful moments, greatest successes, and proudest accomplishments can happen after diagnosis. Why now? With your help, we will continue to provide resources for early screening and prevention. We will support clinical studies and the development of life-enhancing drugs. We will serve the underserved. Join us and be a part of finding an answer, finding a cure. Together, we can do more, and we will do more.
At Stonehill College, an education is more than a degree. It's a source of positive change. Change that helps students develop into compassionate leaders. Leaders with strong minds and even stronger hearts, driving the changes that are coming and making sure no one is left behind. Strong minds, stronger hearts. That's what defines a Stonehill education.
Hi again, everybody. I'm Paul Tatino with the NEC Notebook, delivered to you by WB Mason. Lemoyne's Kai Cleary is the NEC Men's Player of the Week for the second straight time. He became the first D1 player to hit the 40-point mark in regulation this season with a program record 43 to stop LIU. The rookie pick for the fourth time is Merrimack's Bud Clark, who put up a career-high 30 points to dump St. Francis. Sigmund Hart's Nicira Pryor grabs the Women's Award. She popped in 22 points against LIU, then whittled FDU with 18 points, 9 boards, and 9 assists. Wagner's Kiera Edmonds is the rookie pick, thanks to career highs of 15 points and 11 rebounds to down Central Connecticut State. We're back on ESPNU Friday, February 9th with the Wagner women at FDU. Tip-off is at 7 p.m. On February 10th, it's a men's double dip. Yes, at ESPN Plus have FDU visiting CCSU at 1 o'clock. Then at 3, ESPN Plus has Lemoyne at Merrimack. Catch free live conference action on NECFrontRow.com. Follow the season on X at NEC Sports and on the web at NortheastConference.org.
Looking down the iconic hill, outside of what would come to be known as Donahue Hall, the founders of Stonehill College in 1948 may never have envisioned how the vista would evolve over 75 years. But they did have a clear vision of what they wished for their new college and those it educated. To lead with heart. For 75 years, that vision and guiding principle established by the Congregation of Holy Cross continues to inspire this Catholic college, its students, and its alumni as they crest ever higher summits and work toward creating a more just and compassionate world.
seconds.
It is also one of the most profound ways we honor the college's motto, Lux et Spes, light and hope.
30 seconds.
Members of this community work tirelessly to leverage the values and character at the heart of a Stonehill education to bring light and hope to the world around them. As we celebrate this milestone, we honor our legacy by pushing toward new summits and opening our hearts even wider to ensure that as we continue to rise, we lift.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're back.
There's some of the numbers from the first half, Kara, and when you look at especially turnovers, that bottom line, not pretty.
Yeah, I mean, and I think at least half of those have come from the press.
Yeah.
And if not directly in the press before half court, us not being able to get in a flow on offense because of the press. So
do you have enough time to make adjustments at halftime to maybe make some of those turnovers go away?
yeah, because guaranteed they've practiced all of the things that they're asking them to do. And again, due to the pressure and the intensity of the game, the speed that Sacred Heart's playing at, you know, we were a little tentative with executing what was being asked. So hopefully in the second half, we're able to take a deep breath and execute better.
So Jada Bonner outside. This should be a travel, and it is on Sierra Johnson. In that first half for the Skyhawks, Lauren Sampson led the way with 10 points, 9 for Jada Thornton, 2 apiece for Cam Ward and Paige Martin. Get to the scoring for Sacred Heart in a moment. Skyhawks down 20 to start this third 10 minutes. Thornton had a good first half with those 9 points. Sean Hayward has been shut out thus far. They just haven't been giving her any room. Thornton to the baseline. Rolls out. Oh, Maureen Stapleton, nice offensive rebound. Straightaway Paquette for Ward. Faces up and scores.
Yeah, that's great. The first possession was really good offense. And that wing ball screen, Jada refused it, took a nice pull-up in the offensive rebound. We execute offensively and are able to get a good look out of the offense.
Sierra Pryor's 6 points all came in the opening quarter. Sat part of the second with 2 fouls. Outside the arc, Johnson, long three, no good. Ward's cleared by
This is
Thornton.
where we got to look to push. We're walking it up the floor a little bit. You could hear Coach Brown screaming, push.
Bullet pass inside for Ward, couldn't finish. And back comes Pryor. 10-footer. And got the good bounce.
And a foul away from the ball.
And a whistle and a foul.
Here it is.
There's Pryor again. Just
Bucket, and the foul's going to be on the very end of it. Underneath.
A little collision down there. We didn't really have it in view, but the shot by Pryor, that's like a layup for her. That little
sure
6-foot pull up. That's what she wants to shoot. So got to keep her out of that paint.
So the bucket with the foul gives the ball to the Pioneers once again. Tucker to the baseline and spins it home. So it turns into a 4-point play. And the Pioneers extend their lead to 22. Cam Ward now for Paquette. Stapleton and now Paquette again for Stapleton. They left her open. She'll take it and doesn't get it. And we're going to have a
rebounding
Pioneers
effort.
foul. Sierra Johnson just picked up her third foul. So Amelia Wood will replace her. Skyhawk ball from under their bucket. It will be Paquette to trigger. Got it inside for Stapleton. Easy two.
Great finish.
You mentioned earlier too, Kara, how you really do believe that Maureen Stapleton's got to look for her shot a little bit more.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, she's being left open, so she's always been one that's not super confident to take the shot. She has a great shot.
Sarah Pryor call for a travel, and Jessica Minetti right in front of us not buying that call. Again, here's the pressure. Thornton. Jada driving all the way through, bangs it home.
That's aggressive. That's what they need. Attack the pressure.
Thornton to double figures now with 11. Now Bonner. Straight away. Olivia Tucker now with 9 points.
Yeah, she's feeling it now. She's shooting off the dribble. I don't think a huge strength of her game, but she's letting it fly.
Stapleton. Stolen away by Amelia Wood. All the way down for 2. And a whistle. Trish Brown will call timeout. We'll take a moment with the timeout to go over the scoring for Sacred Heart in that first half. 11 for Sajeda Bonner, 8 for Nelise Dudley, 6 for Nicira Pryor, 6 for Amelia Wood, 5 for Olivia Tucker, 5 for Faith Pappas, and 2 for Kelsey Wood, in a total of 43. So the Skyhawks call the timeout. We could take the break here as well. 6:44 to go in the third quarter. Skyhawks down 21. Back after this.
One. Just one. Every minute, one woman in the United States is diagnosed with cancer. One mother, one daughter, one wife. Kay Yao saw the power of one.
The biggest obstacles also provide the biggest opportunities.
One adds up. One multiplies. Countless lives have been changed. One can change everything. You are the one. The Kay Yao Cancer Fund. The power of one.
Are your inaugural Northeast Conference Volleyball Champions.
It's a day for the Knights as FDU wins it.
Merrimack Warriors are your 2023 men's basketball champions.
Lofted far down the left field line. It is gone. A 3-run homer.
Chambers inlaid 5 runs away with it.
The Sacred Heart Pioneers are Northeast Conference women's basketball champions.
We are excited beyond belief to welcome.
And as we come back, an offensive foul called on Brooke Paquette. And for Paquette, that is her third foul. Oh, check it. It's her second foul. So Trish Brown saw something to make her call that timeout, Kara.
Yeah, I think they were getting trapped again through the pressure. Nothing good was coming out of it, so she wanted to save that possession there. That's extremely frustrating. You use a timeout.
And deep out of the corner, Sharon Hayward knocks down the 3 ball. Sharon third in the conference shooting the 3 ball. Down the other end, though, offensive rebound. That was too easy for Kelsey Wood, and she's got 4 points.
Yeah, and that's a quick transition, Sacred Heart, after that 3. They were down the floor in less than 2 seconds.
And now a Stonehill turnover. That is their 20th turnover. They average 20 a game, and we've got a long way to go. The turnover gets the ball back to the Pioneers. Brianna Delaney back into the game now for the Skyhawks. Now Pryor for Amelia Wood. She'll try the 3 ball, too strong. Long carom to Delaney. Jada Thornton has an alley, will take it and score.
Look at this transition, though. On a made basket, it was already down the floor. Just the pace of play that Sacred Heart plays at really makes you work.
Now Pryor stepping through and got 2. She'll go to double figures with 10. Her 17 per game is best in the Northeast Conference. Cam Ward lost it on the deck. Stolen away by Tucker. Up the floor, and an easy 2 for Kelsey Wood. Hayward got lucky there. Up the floor for Delaney. Puts
good
on the
up
brakes.
play.
Had her shot blocked on the baseline by Kelsey Wood. Out of bounds to the Skyhawks. You watch here where...
So she up fakes.
nice block, though, as Wood just waited. And that'll take us to a timeout on the floor. Sacred Heart 57, Stonehill 33. More of the third quarter coming up. Good turnout here for the Skyhawks, and one of the families of one of the players. Elena Lynch, one of our camera operators and one who does a little bit of everything on these broadcasts. Her family here. Nice to have them here. Down the other end, more of the same for Nicira Pryor. 6 points in the first quarter, nothing in the second, 6 in the third. And Sacred Heart extends their lead. Stapleton. Hayward down inside. Nice step back too from Lauren Sampson. Nicira Pryor for Amelia Wood, driving and scoring.
Yeah.
Just handed her the
Easy.
ball and said, why don't you go get two? All right.
Yeah, not really ready to defend personnel there.
Three ball won't go for Sampson.
Good
Fought for
rebound.
inside. Good rebound.
Great rebound.
Stapleton.
Attack.
Sampson again facing up. Will try it and won't get it. Stapleton again got a hand on it. You won't get credit for it, but you got a hand on it to knock it back outside. Oh, that's a nice move.
Great move.
Lauren Sampson's got 14.
Yeah, she's extremely versatile with how she's able to score. Great footwork.
Long three ball. Short that time.
This
for
is where we
Amelia
need
Wood.
to push here. Sacred Heart transitions back well.
Jumper won't fall for Thornton.
Great pass.
And down the other end, it won't go for Kelsey Wood. And back comes Hayward. Final 2.5 minutes of the third quarter. Straight away, Sampson. And another one. Lauren Sampson now with 17. And we got a timeout called by Sacred Heart. So the Skyhawks down 21. 2:17 to go here in this third quarter.
I'm going to kick out here up top. Lauren did a great job relocating. Able to knock that down.
And it takes us to a timeout. 2:17 to go third quarter. Back after this.
One. Just one. Every minute, one woman in the United States is diagnosed with cancer. One mother, one daughter, one wife. Kay Yao saw the power of one.
The biggest obstacles also provide the biggest opportunities.
One adds up. One multiplies. Countless lives have been changed. One can change everything. You are the one. The Kay Yao Cancer Fund. The power of one.
So the Skyhawks in a big hole, but 17 points here in the third quarter after just 9 in the second.
Right. Yeah, they're getting good looks. Not afraid to shoot it. Obviously, Lauren Sampson has caught fire a little bit, scoring the last few times.
An offensive foul on Nasira Pryor.
That'll
That's
be
her third. Yep. See what they got her for here.
So Sharn keeping her space.
Boy, I didn't see.
Oh gosh.
I didn't see a whole lot of anything there.
That might have not been on. No, it wasn't on her.
Oh, it was not. They called the offensive foul on
13.
Kirby. Emma
It must
Kirby.
have been a moving
All right,
screen.
yep.
So.
And Nasira Pryor was pleading her case and didn't have to. It wasn't her. Sampson lost control. It deflected, though, out of bounds.
What?
It will be. Oh no! One official said it was deflected.
There
They're
we
going to keep
go.
it. They're going to keep it down that end.
They fixed the call, so
Jessica
will
Minetti
be
pointing
Stonehill
in the
ball.
other direction. That's not going to work. Official on the far side said the pass was deflected, so Anna Baruta will trigger from the baseline. Get it inside. Sampson had her shot blocked that time by Amelia Wood. And the Stonehill foul.
That's a great block there by Wood.
And Sampson picks up her first foul. Great block by Wood.
Yeah, you could see she anticipated this block too.
Ty Davis into the game now for the Pioneers, and now reaching in is Maureen Stapleton, and it will be free throws for Amelia Wood. And for Stapleton, her second foul, fourth on the team. Amelia Wood, seventh in the conference in steals, averaging just under 2 per game, will get a couple free throws. Amelia is the sophomore. Her sister Kelsey is the senior. And what a thrill it was for them a year ago to go to the NCAA tournament, win a game in the tournament, only to lose in the round of 64 to Stanford. But first time in the school's history, they got a win in the NCAAs, beating Southern 57-47. And they are, as you've seen tonight, very good. Unanimous #1 pick in the preseason poll in the NEC. And you can see why. Paquette was open for the moment. Now picked up by Davis. Inside Ward, left-handed, too strong. Rebound Davis. Up the floor for Faith Pappas. Stonehill bench wanted to travel. Inside off the glass, there's 2 for Emma Kirby. Kirby, a 6'2 freshman from Chadds Ford, Pennsylvania. The ball out of bounds to the Skyhawks. And we talked about that earlier, Kara. They got 6 returning, the 6 top scorers from a year ago, and then you got these great freshmen. And that might have been a turnover, but was not. Stonehill's turned the ball over 22 times to just 9 for Sacred Heart. Now Anna Baruta, Stapleton.
Nice pass.
Oh, great passing inside, and it will be free throws for Cameron Ward.
Good ball movement right there.
Pappas picks up the foul. Watch
Another backdoor cut. Sharon reads the help, able to dump it off here to Cam. She didn't catch it clean. It could have been an and one, but she bobbled it a little, but still able to draw the foul.
Cam Ward, an excellent free throw shooter at 88%, but we'll get one more. One out of 2 for Ward gives her 5 points. Sacred Heart is staying locally tonight after the game, and then they've got that lovely bus ride to Syracuse. And there is a 4th charge drawn by Sharn Hayward tonight. My goodness. We talked about it earlier on. She had drawn, I forget the number, I think it was
20, no. 27. Did you say 27?
I might
Was
have.
that it? I think it was
I think
27.
we're over 30 now. Then, if that's the case,
Yeah.
if that's her fourth, if I'm not mistaken. That was called on Ty Davis, her first foul. Five-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock, and a block. Amelia Wood said, "I don't think so," but they'll ring it up.
So
Wood picks up her second.
Yeah, and she had the ball definitely, but she came down hard. Anytime you're swinging,
There it is right there.
swinging like that.
Some body and free throws now for Brooke Paquette. And she'll get a pair. Yep, Shawnee, you're right. 27 charges coming into tonight. I think she's had 4, so that's a lot of hitting that hardwood. 2 free throws for Paquette, her first 2 of the night.
So that right there was flashing behind the press. What Sacred Heart did, they just flashed back from half court, entered it, and they were over.
And a whistle and a foul, and Maureen Stapleton will send Emma Kirby to the stripe. And for Stapleton, her 3rd foul.
Yeah, just coming into her hard with the body there.
One more free throw for the 6'2 freshman. And the Skyhawks will have to hurry with 3.9 to get a shot off. And missed them both. Up the floor for Paquette. Had her shot blocked by Faith Pappas, and that ends the quarter. So another good 3rd quarter for the Pioneers, and Sacred Heart will go to the final 10 minutes leading Stonehill. After 3, Sacred Heart 64, Stonehill 43. 4th quarter coming up.
Why hope? Lives don't have to end with diagnosis. The most impressive achievements happen every day during a fight against cancer. In 1987, Coach Kay Yao was diagnosed with breast cancer. Over the next 22 years, she continued to lead and inspire. On December 3rd, 2007, while battling stage 4 cancer, Coach Kay Yao gave her final and lasting gift, the Kay Yao Cancer Fund. Why give? Millions have been awarded, allowing the Kay Yao Cancer Fund to change lives, provide hope, and give strength. Thanks to our donors and researchers across the country, every woman's best days, most joyful moments, greatest successes, and proudest accomplishments can happen after diagnosis. Why now? With your help, we will continue to provide resources for early screening and prevention. We will support clinical studies and the development of life-enhancing drugs. We will serve the underserved. Join us and be a part of finding an answer, finding a cure. Together, we can do more, and we will do more.
4th quarter is underway with the Skyhawks down 21. 3 from the wing won't go for Ward. Fought for on the baseline. And grabbed by Olivia Tucker. Up the floor, Sedata Bonner. Now Pryor drops it down inside and rattles out that time for Dudley. Falla won't go. Try a 3rd time and we'll get free throws.
Great effort there by Dudley, the freshman. Following her own shot. And I think it's the second one rebound she gets. Look at her, she goes side for side from the basket.
Yeah. And that time Ward reached in.
Outworking. That's outworking right there.
Elise Dudley now with 9 points. So it's the points off turnovers that have really cost the Skyhawks tonight, as 1 of 2 made by Dudley. believe the number was 24-8.
Yes, points off turnovers. Yeah.
Skyhawks have turned the ball over 22 times. Stepping through off the glass, no good. I saw 2 calls. The far side official wasn't going to call that an offensive foul. Let's watch it again.
She might have fell a little early, but no, she was there. And with all the charges they've called against Sacred Heart, they were definitely going to be calling that.
Third on Paquette. Now Pryor. Shut down that time by Martin. Baseline, Bonner. Now Johnson and a Stonehill foul. And they got Lauren Sampson for her second foul. See Sampson reaching in there, and that's where they got her for the foul. Sierra Johnson now for Nelise Dudley. Sierra Pryor. Tucker for Pryor, inside 10 to shoot. Good job again
what
by
a
Martin
pass
to come
out
down,
of that.
but a great pass, but
good
unable
rebound.
to finish was Dudley, and then the rebounding to get Dudley over the top. Oh, check it.
You think about Pryor's ability to make that pass through a double team with their hands up.
Sierra Johnson picks up the fourth foul, her fourth foul. Sacred Heart comfortably, though, by 22. They led by 16 at the half. They led by 20 at the half, 16 at the quarter, 21 after 3. And it was really the early pressure that forced the Skyhawks into a lot of errors. And we got a traveling violation called on Martin.
Traveling violation. Sacred Heart basketball.
Skyhawks have a very tough schedule ahead in February. They're on the road for 5 out of 6 after tonight's game. This is their third straight game here at the Merker Gym. Wild shot thrown up by Johnson, looking for the whistle that didn't come. Sampson in a hurry the other way. Hayward, bullet pass inside. Inside out to the corner. Nothing there for Brianna Delaney. Now Sharn Hayward. And Amelia Wood driving and scoring. Told you about her earlier in the top 10 in steals. She goes to double figures with 10 points.
Yeah, just shut the passing lane right there. Timing was a little off as Lauren Sampson rose to receive the ball.
And a timeout on the floor.
She was able to read that.
There's the steal.
Shoots the gap, pick 6.
And an easy deuce for the sophomore. Take a timeout with the Skyhawks down 24. Back after this.
Coach Yao's greatest gift and lasting legacy is the Kay Yao Cancer Fund. For over 15 years, the Kay Yao Cancer Fund has been making significant impact in the fight against cancers affecting women. As part of the fund's underserved mission, a current focus is to eliminate racial disparities in cancer outcomes, as Black women face a 12% higher mortality rate. Support the Kay Yao Cancer Fund in partnership with WBCA and the V Foundation. Donate at kayao.com.
7.5 to go here in the fourth quarter. And turnover number 24 for the Skyhawks. Dallin scoring for Sacred Heart. Amelia Wood with 13. Isira Pryor with 12. Sajeda Bonner with 11 to lead the way for the Pioneers. 17 for Lauren Sampson, 13 for Jada Thornton for Stonehill, but then no one after that has more than 5. Johnson drops it down inside. Dudley can't get it. Offensive rebound by the 5'3", Isira Pryor. And Maureen Stapleton just picked up her 4th foul. So she'll come out. Cameron Ward is back in. Isira Pryor will get a couple free throws.
Yeah, and I think that's part of what makes her such a special player is, you know, her ability to get in there, sacrifice the timing she has to go rebound the ball. It really is impressive to see a point guard get in there and rebound like she does.
And makes them both. She has 4 rebounds today. And she's got 14 points. And her team leads by 26. And we'll call a Pioneers foul on Amelia Wood, who just picked up her 3rd foul. Back in is Kelsey Wood for Pioneers, replacing Elise Dudley. And another whistle. And this time they got Kelsey Wood for her 2nd. 3rd on the team.
Evening out the fouls here.
Yeah. And a jumper from the baseline for Jada Thornton. She's got 15. Her career high is 18. Now Pryor to Jada Bonner. And now Amelia Wood. Left-handed, short that time for Wood.
Good pass.
Up the floor for Sampson. Hesitates, can't get it.
Same team, same team.
Out of bounds. And to the Pioneers. Sacred Heart shooting 54% from the floor. The Skyhawks at 43%. You'd look at that and say, I'm okay with that. Outside the arc, high arcing 3 won't
Look at her come in right there.
And
look at that.
Pryor cleans it up.
And she timed it. She poked it out of Sharon's hands. So it was almost down into Sharon's hands. It's just such a smart player.
1 point shy tonight of her per game average. She's got 16 tonight.
One more.
And a travel. Turnover 27 for the Skyhawks.
So they certainly have, and now looking at the score sheet, they have more turnovers than made field goals and free throws combined.
Kelsey Wood for Sierra Johnson. Sajeda Bonner takes it herself, won't get it. And 4 of 3 bodies hit the deck, and a whistle, and then a travel.
A lot of people
on the Pioneers, and one of the Pioneers is still down.
So probably a foul there on Ward as she pushes through her.
Ooh. It looked like Isira Pryor might have just inadvertently with her knee just ran over her teammate Kelsey Wood. So let's take a break here. 5:34 to go in the fourth. All SHU back after this.
1. Just 1. Every minute, 1 woman in the United States is diagnosed with cancer. 1 mother, 1 daughter, 1 wife. Kay Yao saw the power of 1.
The biggest obstacles also provide the biggest opportunities.
1 adds up. 1 multiplies. Countless lives have been changed. 1 can change everything. You are the 1. The Kay Yao Cancer Fund. The power of 1.
Good to see Kelsey Wood is up and okay and will sit for now. Her team leading by 26. Sean Hayward. Sampson left alone. Long carom to the corner. Grabbed by Ty Davis. You know, Kara, they're big, they're athletic. They are fun to watch if you're not wishing for a Stonehill win.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think what's impressed me the most just with this team tonight is the physicality that they played with. I remember that not being a strength of theirs last year, and just really extremely physical, along with the pace of play. It makes it really, really good basketball, really fun to watch.
And free throws for Jada Thornton as she was fouled by Ty Davis. When we talk about the freshmen, Ty Davis, a 5'6" freshman, Elise Dudley, who had 16 in their win Saturday against FDU. She's a freshman, 16 points and 6 rebounds. Emma Kirby's played well tonight, another freshman. To go along with an NCAA team from a year ago with their top 6 scorers back. Jada Thornton now with 16 points. Averaging 9 per game.
Stonehill showing a little bit of pressure here, but Sacred Heart able to attack. I'm in a little bit of a trap.
Now Wood. Goes and scores. Amelia Wood, a sophomore, and she's got 15 points. Stepping through and scoring.
Good finish there. That's her move. Back it down with the dribble, shoulder fake, and spin back to finish.
7 for Ward.
Good backdoor cut.
And
travel.
Thrown up and score the basket. Yes. And the Stonehill foul called on Cam Ward, who just picked up her 4th.
I thought she might have traveled.
So free throws for Sierra Johnson. Watch it here. Let's see. Sierra Johnson with her first points of the night. Averaging 7 a game. You watch her here.
Backdoor cut.
Backdoor cut.
1, 2, 3,
4, 5.
Tough call.
Jada Thornton, line drive jumper. Gets her to her career high. She's got 19 points.
Yeah, she started early on taking really good shots. And like you had alluded to, you make your first couple as a shooter, you're going to feel much better throughout the rest of the night.
Her career high was 18, career high at Central Connecticut State. And that was just a few weeks ago.
Great rebound there by Johnson. Just ripped it right out of Martin's hands.
Headed down to 3 minutes remaining. On the drive, a wild shot thrown up by Afia Asumasenza.
Yeah, so she was out of bounds and came in play and touched it before she reestablished her position inside.
So it will be Pioneers ball from the baseline. As Jessica Minetti starts to bring some of her players in who have not seen much of any time tonight. And a whistle, and stepping on the sideline was Johnson. Skyhawks in league play have been averaging 59 points per game. They'll be in that neighborhood. Kyle Morristein had her shot blocked by Emma Kirby. Morristein gets it back, had another shot blocked by Kirby.
That first shot looked like her feet slipped out from under her on her jump stop.
And substitutions for the Skyhawks. Emma Arca is in. Caitlin Wheeler comes in as well for this final 2:52. Was 2 emphatic blocks by the freshman Emma Kirby.
Oh, good
Right
pass.
inside to Wheeler for 2.
Great execution.
So I guess that's something that Jessica Minetti will go over in a film study, right? You know, you've had a good game, but you can always find something that can get better.
Yeah, absolutely.
Faith Pappas fires. Rebound to Wheeler. Sharon Hayward for Emma Arca. Sharon will get a 3 ball in. Rattled out. Oh, a nice offensive rebound by Kyle Morristein.
Good job
Roaming
tracking
the
it down.
baseline, but then another turnover.
A little too casual there.
Davis driving,
Great
steps
move.
through and scores. First 2 points for Kai Davis, the 5'6" freshman. And Trish Brown will call a timeout. 30-second timeout just to get some players in. As Brianna Delaney will come back in for the Skyhawks, as will Anna Baruda. So we'll stay right here. 7-0 now, they're going to make it full timeout?
Yeah, so they only had a full left, so it's a full timeout.
Full timeout. So the schedule ahead now for the Skyhawks, we talked about it earlier, 5 of the next 6 on the road. Does that change preparation time? Does that change anything? I mean, obviously, other than a lot of long bus rides.
Yeah, not necessarily preparation time. I mean, I think the time between games, contributes to that. But when you look at your schedule and you're preparing for games, they're playing on Saturday. They're already prepared for that. The scout is done for that. They may have already, as a team, watched a little bit of film earlier in the week because they had a bye just to familiarize themselves a little bit with the opponent on Saturday. So, the prep for that one's done. So, as you look ahead in the season, you kind of have a good understanding of when you need to start preparing and prepare for teams.
So the Skyhawks will be at Wagner on Saturday. Sacred Heart, as we mentioned earlier, will be on the road at Lemoyne. Lemoyne is the only team that has defeated Sacred Heart in league play, and that was at Sacred Heart. That was a 60-56 win for Lemoyne back on the 15th of January. Final 2 minutes. Now Arca for Delaney. Outside for a 3 ball that won't go for Baruda. Offensive rebound, Arca.
Flash. Yep, good luck.
Wheeler. Now Delaney. Inside 10 to shoot. They try to loop it inside. Deflected by Davis. Arca lost it on the deck.
A kick, maybe. Hit a few feet there.
And shot clock violation. The turnover number 29 for the Skyhawks, and the turnover back to the Pioneers. Montana Nix, a 5'6" freshman, is into the game for Sacred Heart. Now driving, nothing there. And Davis to the baseline. Kirby won't get it. Rebound that time by Fia Awusamensah. Now Montana Nix as we go down to the final 45 seconds. Davis and fouled by Morristein.
Got her in the hand there in the release.
Ty Davis has some friends here for freshman right up the street in Stoughton. Always intrigued about how players wind up where they, how they got here.
Yep.
I mean, of course, the obvious one is always Sean Hayward, where she comes from Tasmania to here. But so many players who are from this area who go elsewhere and vice versa.
Yeah, absolutely. Ty Davis is one of those that I think she went to 2 or 3 different high schools. So it kind of bounced around a bit throughout her high school career. Finished at Dexter Southfield.
Inside Arca. Outside Baruta. Inside 10 to shoot. She'll take the screen, let it fly, won't get it. And that will be our final score. Sacred Heart, who came in averaging 63 points a game, tops in the conference, put 80 on the board tonight. And will head out of town with an 80-53 win over the Stonehill Skyhawks. With the win, the Pioneers improved to 7-1 in the Northeast Conference. They're now 13-9 overall. With the loss, the Skyhawks fall to 3-18 overall. They are 3-5 in conference play. Isira Pryor, 16 points to lead the way, along with 5 rebounds for Sacred Heart, 15 for Amelia Wood, 11 for Sajeda Bonner. Elise Dudley had 9 for Olivia Tucker, 6 for Kelsey Wood, 5 for Faith Pappas, 4 for Ty Davis. Sierra Johnson with 3, and Emma Kirby with 2. For the Skyhawks, Jada Thornton, a career high for her with 19 points to go along with 4 rebounds. Lauren Sampson with 17, 6 rebounds, 7 for Cam Ward, 2 for Brooke Paquette, 2 for Sean Hayward, 2 for Caden Wheeler, Paige Martin, and Maureen Stapleton. Kyle Morrison, Brianna Daly, Anna Baruta, Emma Arca played and did not score. Montana Nix and Afia Awusumensa also played and did not score for Sacred Heart. So let's take a break. We'll come back with a post game in a moment.
Coach Yao's greatest gift and lasting legacy is the Kay Yao Cancer Fund. For over 15 years, the Kay Yao Cancer Fund has been making significant impact in the fight against cancers affecting women. As part of the fund's underserved mission, a current focus is to eliminate racial disparities in cancer outcomes, as Black women face a 12% higher mortality rate. Support the Kay Yao Cancer Fund in partnership with WBCA and the V Foundation. Donate at kayyao.com.
Final score, Sacred Heart 80 and Stonehill 53. It all just got away in the first 10 minutes. A 28-12 run by Sacred Heart, and then you're just playing catch up, and then you press and the pressure, and 29 turnovers later, you're done.
Yeah, I mean, it's unfortunate that they started that way, because I do think they did some things well. I think defensively they had some great possessions. Overall, I mean, Pryor still had 16. She only had 6 at halftime. They were going at her a little bit, so she was in a little bit of foul trouble, but I feel like they contained her, it's in terms of what they were looking to be able to do with her in theory. It really was that pressure that Sacred Heart brought from the beginning, and we couldn't get it figured out, and they took advantage. They didn't just steal. They scored off of those, like you had mentioned. Now 32 points off of the turnovers. So,
and Pryor, who usually plays an average of 33 minutes a game, only played 25. She had a little foul trouble in that first half, so she didn't even score in the second quarter, but then she came back scored
Right.
in the third and fourth quarters and finished up with the 16.
Right.
For the Skyhawks, again, the positives, Jada Thornton, who just seems to be getting better and better with 19, which is a career high for her. Lauren Sampson had 17, but 2 players doesn't make a roster because you got to need a lot more points than that. And so those 2 combined for 36 points, but only 53 for the team.
Yeah, and I think the last few conference games, Stonehill have been shooting it well from the 3-point line as well. I mean, we shot 8%. We were 1 for 12 today from the 3-point line. So those are empty possessions, right? There's 11 empty possessions there. So
and that's also great scouting by Sacred Heart, because Sean Hayward, who we have seen, has had a boatload of three-ball opportunities, and a lot of them wide open. She didn't get anything wide open today, maybe one, and she hit that one.
Yeah, and I would give credit to that shooting percentage, a lot of that to Sacred Heart. They switched on off-ball action, they switched on-ball action, so again, people weren't going to be left wide open, and Lauren Sampson's the one she hit. Wood took her eyes off of her for a second. She had flashed up and she was open for that shot, but she didn't have that look except for one time during the game. So, and that's where she's been scoring, is off of that roll rise action there. So, yeah, they did a good job of scouting and taking away where our 3-point shots were coming from.
So as a coaching staff with Trish Brown and her staff, what are they, maybe not tonight, but tomorrow, taking away from this that they can build on?
I think ability to score. I think Jada had a great game looking for her shot. I thought that was great. I mean, we rebounded the ball well. I just think we have to have a better understanding of valuing the basketball. I know that's been a theme all season, but today it really stood out just in the backcourt of really controlling the tempo with pushing the ball against pressure. That's what you want to do, and we're holding it in the backcourt a little too much. So
as you already said, not a lot of time on to Wagner. I'm sure they'll leave tomorrow for there. So,
right.
But you said like the prep has already been done. Do you do a walkthrough or anything prior to that game, just a reminder to the players as what the assignments are?
Yeah, no, I think the prep in terms of all the film that the staff has watched and the scouting reports that they have prepared, and the team probably understands a little bit of that personnel, even though we already played them, so they're familiar with that. But yeah, no, they'll practice. Tomorrow's practice will probably look more like a walkthrough and going over schemes and, scouting report and how we prepare to execute that. Tomorrow's practice is also going to go over, I can guarantee, press breaker options as well, as every team that Stonehill's going to play should and probably will press for the rest of the season.
And there are no secrets anymore for anybody as far as everyone's seen plenty of film on everybody else, so you can't surprise anybody at this point.
Right.
You mentioned earlier Trish Brown, I think it was in the first quarter, went to a zone a time or two, but not much that I can recall from that point forward, just because of what?
They were hitting threes. Yeah. So they scored 6 quick points out of it. And then I'm trying to think of who it was. Bonner had 2 quick threes, and then Pappas had one. I think Tucker had one out of that zone. So they just weren't. It wasn't doing its job. It was slowing down prior, but they're giving away 3 points, and that compounded at that time of the game, the beginning of the game, compounded with the turnovers. It just kind of blew up that margin.
All right, Trish Brown is here. We're going to chat with Trish. We'll take a break. Back in a moment.
Coach Yao's greatest gift and lasting legacy is the K. Yao Cancer Fund. For over 15 years, the K. Yao Cancer Fund has been making significant impact in the fight against cancers affecting women. As part of the fund's underserved mission, a current focus is to eliminate racial disparities in cancer outcomes, as Black women face a 12% higher mortality rate. Support the K. Yao Cancer Fund in partnership with WBCA and the V Foundation. Donate at kayao.com.
Right,
you lost me. Oh, I'm back.
Oh, here you are.
Yeah.
Okay, we did it. Figured it out. Trish Brown is the head coach of the Stonehill women's team and joins us in our post game. It all just got away in the first 10 minutes.
Sure did. That was a train wreck.
Yeah.
the
28
wheels
to 12.
came off.
So we talked about this earlier this week too, about how you might be able to try and contain Nicira Pryor, but then others will get their chances, and they sure did in that first quarter.
Yeah, for sure. You know, they're a great team. You know,
Yep,
they're at the top of our league for a reason. They've got a lot of scoring weapons, and you know their soft press threw us a loop.
Yep.
Yeah, we played so tentative in that first quarter, and you know it's not something that we haven't seen before, but we just, you know, for a lot of reasons we weren't having that attack mentality. But
So is it just that you're facing an opponent that everybody knows is a very good team, a team that was in the NCAA tournament a year ago? When your team gets out there, they've practiced it, you've gone through it a number of times. What changes? Is it just their athleticism that just makes them more tentative?
You know, I think we turned the ball over early, and that got in people's heads.
Yeah.
You know, like that's where you can see our youth a little bit, and you know, not necessarily like the young players, but our youth in terms of experience and playing time, and you know, we looked like a young team out there.
Yeah.
You know, and honestly, I said in the locker room we didn't come together very well. You know, I can't use all 5 timeouts in the first quarter, but I probably should have. But even like there was a disconnect. Even like we were telling them fixes, and you know we had kids just not, you know, executing what we had just talked about. And you know, some of that's trying to do too much. Some of that's, you know, making a wrong read. But you know, certainly a lot to learn from tonight, because we're going into Wagner, who also is a pressing team, and if they watch this film, they're going to press us for 40 minutes, probably 41 minutes. They'll probably start in the locker room.
They might.
Yeah.
On the plus side, a career night for Jada Thornton, who had 19. That's her best in a Stonehill uniform with 19 points.
Yeah,
Lawrence
Jada did some great things.
Lawrence Sampson with 17, but 36 out of your 53 points come from 2 players.
Right, exactly. We need more. We need to spread that out a little bit. They need to score with their scoring, and then we need to have others fill some holes there. I thought Jada played a great game. Like she was really aggressive in the front court, which is exactly what we needed. And I honestly think, you know, if we had looked up toward, you know, if we had broken the press a little bit earlier and had that attack mentality, you know, I had talked to her about getting to the rim in that situation, but we just were really trying to move the ball in the backcourt when we really needed to get up.
So having seen this tonight, and you're going to see it again in 36 hours or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Does that make the task easier on Saturday, because this isn't going to be something new to them? We just saw this.
Yeah, because we're going to do a lot of work. We're going to watch the film, and we're going to, you know, we won't practice hard tomorrow, obviously, with a quick turnaround. But, you know, we'll walk through a lot of our weaknesses from tonight. It really is about a mentality, and I think you're going to see who we are in this turnaround, because we certainly, you know, we shot 42%. For us, that's good.
That's very good, yeah.
So,
sure is.
You know, when we got into the front court, we did some really nice things offensively, but you can't turn the ball over 29 times, and they had 32 points off of those turnovers. That is exactly what we talked about in terms of, you know, this is a team who's going to make you pay for a turnover, and they certainly showed that. Yeah, we weren't real sharp, and we've got to talk about some things and fixes, but you know, it really is a mentality about, okay, you know, we're going to Wagner. We beat them here, and, you know, we need to understand that they're going to bring something different.
Yep.
Like, you know, like, again, the youth is kind of like, oh, well, we beat them and we won this game, and we're pretty good now. And, you know, it just like anything in this conference, you've got to be ready to play, and I just don't think we were really ready to play. And that, you know, that's my fault.
Well, February is not kind with your scheduling. You get 5 out of the next 6 on the road now.
Yeah. Well, you got to prepare the same. You got to be ready to play. It's home or away, and we've always had that mentality here. So, as disappointing as this is, you've got to be focused on the right things. Like, what can I fix individually that's going to help fix the bigger problem? And certainly, I have a lot of work to do in terms of making sure that our weaknesses tonight, that they understand what they were, because I really I was actually surprised in the first quarter at how confused we looked in terms, because honestly, breaking press, and this was a soft press, it wasn't a come trap you right away, although we made it look like that.
Yeah. They're very quick.
They are, and they're big and long, and they have a good press, but we looked so confused. So I was like, well, okay, all right, my bad. That's my bad.
So we fix it Saturday.
Exactly.
All right.
That's all you can do is they gotta be locked into the fixes we need to make, and certainly breaking the pressure is the number one goal of tomorrow's.
For sure.
Yeah.
Gathering.
Yeah, gathering, exactly. It would be a gathering. Gathering.
All right, Coach. Well, safe travels as the bus, the fun on the bus starts tomorrow.
I know. That's great. I like to go game at a time, and then you're here to remind me of the lovely stretch we have ahead, but that's okay.
All right, then.
We need to be challenged. But I do want to say thank you for wearing your pink.
Yes.
I think, it's just a wonderful initiative, the Play for K game
Sure
that
is.
the WBCA sponsors, and the K Yao Foundation has done amazing work and has raised just so much money for such a wonderful cause, and we need to continue to make this important every year.
I did ask because I thought I love the unis.
Yeah.
And I think Kara mentioned that you wore them the whole month of February last
We
year.
did. So
We're going to see them again?
I'm not sure. We're going to wear them for a few weeks, and then if somebody has a Play for game, we'll certainly wear it. But I don't know if we'll go the whole month this year.
Okay. All right, well, I'll let you go. Safe travels, and we'll see you soon. Thanks, Trish.
Appreciate it.
Trish Brown, the head coach of the Stonehill women's basketball team. A loss tonight to Sacred Heart, 80-53. Want to wrap it up here, Matt, or do we want to take a quick break? Want to wrap it up? All right, we'll do that. I was looking to see if Kara was here, but I don't see her, so we'll do it from here. Final score, 80-53. Good luck to the Skyhawks on Saturday. The men are in action right now, and looks like halftime they trailed by 3 to Sacred Heart. So that'll do it for us, for everybody here. Thanks, and we'll see you soon.